Here's your latest dish with Dishing It with D. Trina and Von did go live on their cooking channel on Tuesday and address this issue somewhat. But it seems like Trina, who's almost 50-something, has rose-colored glasses on still when it comes to Von. They tend to think that this situation is about this particular situation with him punishing her for grieving her ex-husband Gabe when he died of cancer. But no, Trina, that's not what it's about. It's about how he publicly disrespects you, shuts you down, don't allow you to speak and utter a word on your platform, and you seem to be okay with it. But it appears that you are suffering at the hands of Von emotionally and mental distress. Y'all take a listen and let's dish about it in the comments.
It is not perfect. And we're okay with it not being perfect.
Well, it's never going to be perfect. That's the goal. It's like when you play a sport, you practice every day for hours, you still mess up, but you reduce your mistakes. That's what we're trying to do. You just try to get better. And the other thing is that the thing that everybody's so up in arms about, that happened 6 years ago. So we've processed and worked through it.
Yes.
You know, it was, I was surprised to see, because I didn't watch all the episodes. I was surprised to see it on television. Mm-hmm. But I mean, it was true. I did. I had reason. I felt I had some justification for it. But, you know, once we had some deep, heartfelt talks, we put it this way. If it were as bad as I thought it was, because I thought it was bad, we wouldn't be married. So people act like they don't make mistakes. And that's the thing. People that pretend they don't make mistakes, I don't want to be around you because you're dangerous.
And that's the thing. And I hear you. We're not trying to explain ourselves, but I think it's important
to address it
to address it and have clarification. Yeah. We are a real, true married couple.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And we go through things just like everybody else. Our stuff is not perfect, just like everybody else. And actually, as a matter of fact, we think it's important to see that we're not trying to put on airs for anybody.
That's
a real, true relationship. And when we decided to do this, I told Von, I was like, Von, you are new to this industry, and you can trust me. And for a second, I think for him, I'm not going to speak for you. Mm-hmm. It felt like you couldn't trust me because I'm used to the vultures. I'm used to what people have to say, and you weren't. Mm-hmm. And
the thing is that plenty of people dislike me, and that's okay.
I like you.
Thank you. But I said dislike.
I know, but I like you.
But that kind of gave them a reason. But here's the thing, and I've lived by this, and this is something I raised my kids on because they were all top athletes, and 2 of the 3 were scholar athletes, and people always had negative stuff to say. I would always say, being liked is overrated and being disliked isn't fatal. So it is what it is. And the other thing is that everybody's not going to like you no matter what you do. I mean, if people hated on Jesus Christ, I don't have a chance in hell of people liking me. So it's just, you close that. So it is what it is. And the other thing is that if I were afraid of people's reactions or responses to me, I wouldn't have said it. I did it. It was true. I did what a lot of people avoid nowadays, and I took accountability for what I did. You know, that's foreign to some people, but I did it. I said it was true because that's exactly how I acted. And now it's over. So,
well, I think that's part of why our relationship works because we're not afraid to apologize to each other.
Because above everything else, I need to understand what's going on. And then if I can process it, okay.
Well, but at the end of the day, we're good. So who cares what anybody else has to say?
Like, again, see, the thing is these reactions for these people, it's new, it's raw. But for us, it's 6 years in the past.
Yeah, almost 7.
It was in 18 when that happened. Yeah. So it's 6 years in the past.
And we've been together since 17.
Since 17. So yeah, we were just about a year in when all that stuff happened. A little bit over. And then
can you believe it's been that long?
It doesn't feel
seems like
long.
Yesterday.
That's the other thing.
It's like it just happened. You and I just happened yesterday.
See, here's the funny thing. Her life, you know how when you watch videos, cooking videos, and you can speed up the times you can still understand the words, but that's how her life runs.
Loves company, Dr. Keisha. Yeah, but you know what? Misery can love company all it wants to, but we're not miserable. So
No, we just
they're there by themselves.
argue like any other couple.
We sure do. We sure do. And if we try to act like we don't, we're liars
Yeah, that's it. Anybody.
and fakes and phonies and frauds. And that's not what we're trying to do here.
You can't have a heterosexual man, a heterosexual woman, in a confined space. The house is big, but it's still a confined space. Two totally different personalities. Our upbringing is pretty similar. But to think that you put it this way.
Even if you're not heterosexual, whatever you are.
No, okay, I'm using our example. But the person I was closest to on the planet was my father, and my thinking was most aligned with his. And he and I argued. So if I'm going to argue with my dad who made me, who raised me, whose ideals I shared, if I argue with him, there's no chance I'm getting off this planet without arguing with other people. That's just dumb.
God using trucking to teach us all how to give. I'm gonna tell you that we appreciate it. You have no idea.
You really don't.
We thank you so much. Thank you for thinking of us. Thank you so much for thinking
It's
of us.
called real love, right? That's the thing. And see, that's the thing with people, with certain people, they want everything easy. And so if it's not perfect, if it's not right, like I actually saw like a whole group of women, she should leave me over an argument.
Over a discussion. Tell her to leave hers every time they have an argument.
Well, she probably doesn't have a man. That's why they say that. Because if you've got anything that lasts, you can't leave every time things get tough.
So every time you disagree with the person that you're with, leave them.
Break that rule. Every time. You should take your own advice. As soon as somebody makes you upset, run.
Yeah.
And with the shortage of men nowadays, good luck.
Exactly, Terry. What is understood does not need to be explained. You guys are a real married couple. Boom, boom, boom. That's it. And that's all. And I'm going to be honest with you. We don't have anything else to say about it. We're about to take out this lasagna and we're going to eat, drink, and be merry. And we're going to enjoy our friends.
No, we're not going anywhere because the guests.
I said we're going to take out the food.
Right, but they have to try it on air.
We're going to need 5 more minutes for it to cool down.
And that's what we do.
Well, that's what you do.
So however long it takes, what it takes.
Well, that's because of my noodle.
If they don't want to be here, they can always log off there. It's cool.
Oh gosh, I just burned up the whole bottom.
The divorce rate is high. The divorce rate in this country is almost at 60%.
I burned up the whole bottom.
You know, I mean,
Watch out, babe. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.